Hey now, what is up everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and I'm here once again with...
Talking Tina.
That's right, and we are here this time to talk about a little movie that you may or may not have heard about. About Time is a 2013 film directed by Richard Curtis, and this, I believe, is, how would you say, your favorite movie of all time? Is that right?
Yes. Favorite movie. And I don't have favorites, so that's really saying something.
That's saying something. The plot is we meet Tim, played by Domhnall Gleeson, who you could say at the very beginning of this movie is kind of a loser.
Okay. He is not a loser. He's innocent and shy and kind of geeky and really lovable. That does not make him a loser.
So he's kind of a loser, and he really wants a girlfriend. That's his main thing. He finds out from his father, played by Bill Nighy. Bill Nighy?
I don't know. I know him as Victor.
From Underworld, yes, that's Victor. He finds out from his dad that in their family, there's this secret where only the males are able to time travel. Somehow, some way,
I know, it's really sexist.
I mean, but it makes sense, though, right? The guys are able to do it, and they're able to figure out if they think about a certain time in their life, they can go to it. So, like, they can't go back and kill Hitler or something like that. They can't change the world, but they can change things about themselves or in their life, people around their life. And so Tim, Domhnall Gleeson, decides, hey, I'm going to use this to find a girlfriend, to find a wife, because he's that desperate. And he ends up, what?
I don't think it's solely for that purpose. I just think that's his one desire to have, because at the time, he's a so-called loser. It's just, because he's alone and he's shy and he hasn't, put himself out there.
So he meets Rachel McAdams, who plays Mary, and the two of them pretty much hit it off very early on, and it's nice to see them fall in love. It's nice to see that chemistry. They do have great chemistry. You buy their relationship, you buy them falling in love, you buy just everything that they work into it. I like the moment when he does use the time travel to do things like maybe have a second chance on their first time having sex, or just maybe if they have an awkward interaction with her parents, or just, I did like that he used it for stuff like that. However, when I saw this trailer beforehand, I was expecting like a really intense or drama-filled movie, almost like The Butterfly Effect, where if he tried to go back, it would screw this up and screw that up. And it was rare. It was rare when he would go back in time and something huge would be screwed up. I mean, it would happen, but not to the extent that I thought it would. I was impressed with how the time travel wasn't so essential to the plot, how it was almost secondary, and it was more about the relationship and how all of that went together.
I feel it was more about his life.
Sure, because
you're focusing around the romantic part, which is a big part of it. It's not all of it. I feel he's very selfless.
Yes.
In the movie.
Sure. Because you have his sister, Kit Kat.
Which is a great candy.
It's a great candy.
Not sponsor that.
Yeah, it is. And I really like her as a character. She's very fun and spunky and has a good attitude. But she also has a lot of issues herself. She's not with the right guy, per se.
She's very nature friendly.
Sure, she's a hippie.
She's got that attitude. She don't gotta generalize her.
It's kind of true though. But I do like certain choices that he makes with her. I do like how maybe
family oriented.
Exactly. I really liked his relationship with his father, Bill Nighy. They have some really great scenes together.
Father like son.
Right.
And it's amazing to see that, because nowadays, family isn't as important.
But also, you had Charlotte, played by Margot Robbie. And I had no idea that Margot Robbie...
And of course, anybody with a penis would love this about this movie.
Right, which I have. So this is why I watched this movie, and I had no idea that Margot Robbie was going to be in it. This is before she really blew up and got famous. So going back and seeing her, I thought she was really good in the movie. She played this character who, you could say is a little conceited, a little stuck up, and didn't...
Snobby, let's just put it down like she's your typical high school chick.
Right, but when you look at her, you don't blame her for being that way. I like the fact that...
You don't blame her for being that way?
Because most girls who look like her have that attitude.
Okay, that's just not true. And Margaret Robbie plays a small part in this movie.
Right. It's more about...
She doesn't make the movie, and I feel like it makes the movie for you.
This is a good point, though, because I think Rachel McAdams, who I haven't talked enough about yet, I think she's really great as well. I wished maybe we got a little bit more of her backstory, or maybe a little more of just her as a person. There's a moment where I wish maybe she knew about the time travel or interacted more with the time travel in some way. The movie
feel like
doesn't...
this is the most innocent we have seen Rachel McAdams.
Right.
I mean, just going back in time for like her previous movies,
Sure.
like from Mean Girls,
Yes.
The Hot Chick. I love her, and if I was totally, I would totally go down on that.
Wow.
But,
there you go. But Rachel McAdams
yes, she
was very likable, and I
she's
think
lovable. I feel
lovable,
very
yes.
lovable.
That's what makes up for any of maybe the writing
the
with the
smut.
character. No, but like she came off very well, and I like that. Overall, this film was a pleasant surprise. I might not have been expecting a whole lot out of it, but I definitely came out saying, wow, that was a good story. That was some good acting, some good characters. Just a nice story. I would give this, you know what, I would give it a full price. The fact that it could have been your typical romantic comedy or your typical love fest, love story where it's boring and whatnot, I thought it took some interesting ideas, did something cool with it, did something...
Interesting ideas. I feel like for the most of the population, not just males or females, transgender, whatever your preference is, this movie is what every person, well, not every person, the majority of people would like.
Okay.
Like everyone fantasizes about. I mean, is that not the right word, fantasize? Because that's like kind of headed in the...
We could go for that. Fantasize, dreams about, wants,
Yeah.
Sure. Hopes for. I definitely think that it does play with what people want from life and what people might want.
would be very ideal if this could actually happen.
Sure, it would be a very cool and interesting thing to do, but only males can do it. There's a reason for that.
Because obviously, I'm sorry, who directed the movie?
Richard Curtis.
Okay.
He's a male.
Exactly.
He made a good movie.
And who wrote it?
I don't have that in my notes.
All right, probably a guy.
But
Let's just be honest.
I'm more curious though, if I'm giving it a full price, which is pretty high praise, what do you give it? This is your favorite movie of all time. Is it a full price? Is it better than Sex, which is my highest rating? Do you love it?
Your highest rating?
That's the highest I've ever gone.
I feel like it's on the same level as Sex, honestly. And I'm a freak.
So okay, we will take your word for that.
You should.
But so it's just as good as Sex for you, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Not better than Sex, but just as good as Sex.
Dude, I have it playing in the background all the time.
Wow. That's interesting.
Even when I'm alone.
Alrighty then. Well, on that note. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.